What is the one thing you did while honey that you immediately regretted afterwards? I had a VR headset and decided to watch some VR porn. Had it on with headphones and I think my dad came in while I was joking off. But no one ever said anything and I'll probably never know. Are ya winning, son? Fast clapping sounds 1 hour. My parents must be watching the same video, that's weird. You gotta be kidding me. Daughter wanted AirPods. So I got her the Samsung brand, not Apple. Now she's passed because I don't understand Apple products and how much better they are. She's 10. I'm an IT tech. I'm ducking past. I'm about to return them. I'm about to return them. The AirPods? Or the daughter? Let's say I got mine up stuck in a ketchup bottle, which I didn't. How would I get it out? Wait till it's soft and pull it out, LMAO. It's cutting off the blood flow and it won't get soft. Not that I did that. Been more sea-cycle than usual lately. Lem hit before you go. Limited edition. How betrayed he must have felt. Imagine spending your life with the person you love the most, only to find out she cheated on you 60 years ago and never confessed. Damn. Sorry to bother you, milady, but I'd like to inform you that I ejected to your Reddit avatar. All of the UK eats like the Germans are still flying overhead. The best homemade dinner on the planet X. You need to duck off back to plebit. Women are weak as pass in real life, so not sure why Hollywood is so obsessed with making 5 feet 6 inches 100 pounds women be strong. No one's buying it. A malnourished homeless man who's never set foot in a gym in his life could beat a female UFC champion in like 30 seconds. You sound cool and normal. Anyone know the middle flag? From Cars 2. I can't believe they gave the German car a Hotler stash. How did criminals even get caught in the 1800s? I cold pulled historical numbers. Bro, look at your skin color. Cotton would be the only thing you would be pulling. Me leaving PetSmart after teaching every parrot the N-word. What are they watching? The fan art people made of them. Do you wanna know why Christians are so susceptible to conspiracy theories? Very pretty young lady, sure. On the outside. Now, we mustn't judge on one post. True. Cut her open. Netflix shows B. So far then boom, an unnecessary Slex scene. What's wrong with seeing Slex? It's one of the most normal and essential parts about being a human. Shutting is normal too. Wanna see? My sister came home from a date super drunk. I helped her get in our home. And she complained she is too hot. I took off all her clothes and she suggested we duck since she's honey. We ended up having great sex. And the next morning she told me she had a dream we were ducking. I love my slutty sister. I put this to r/curse comments and r/tahi because that is a nightmare. Add the word sensually at the end of a sentence. Let's see how weird this gets. I'm gonna go to a school. Sensually. Helen Keller meets Charlie Chaplin. 1918. For a moment there I thought Charlie Chaplin a thick behind. But he didn't. What's the worst thing you could do at a wedding? Duck the bride. Aquaman star Amber Heard reportedly offered multi-million deal to do a Bond film. Some legendary actors star in shutty porn and move their way up to Oscar movies. Some shutty actors start in Oscar-winning movies and end up in legendary porn. Duck astrology. Type your birthday to find out what Florida did on this day. Florida man 18th day. Florida men. One dressed in bull onishi. Attempt to burn down house with ragu sauce. Police say. Women. I hate my hair. No products work for me. Men after using body wash or shampoo. I use Cram as shampoo. Vegan ribs are actually delicious. The hardest part is hunting down the vegan. You're at Hot Topic shopping with your girl and this guy comes up and rar at her. What you gonna do? Scan his wrists for a 30% discount. Men of Reddit. What's the creepiest thing a woman has ever said to you? She told me she would rather kill me and then herself than see me with someone else. So since you're still alive, how long y'all been together now? Men of Reddit. What is one piece of advice you wish to tell other men? The axe forgets what the three remembers. Be kind with your words and be careful with your temper. People will remember your throwaway comments. I love reading these deep phrases and then seeing that the person who said it has name like catty hairy balls. The beauty of Reddit. When is the least appropriate time to moan sensually? Poor state exam. Especially if you are the doctor. Please take off your clothes. Put them over there next to mine. You're given the power to alter one thing by 1%. What do you change to cause the most chaos? Human chromosome. You monster. Well, he is now. And this is how maple syrup was made. Ladies of Reddit. What's the weirdest thing a guy has done during sex? He told me that he was really into chicks being forcefully transformed into animals or creatures against their will. Showed me a few clips of sci-fi movies where this happens and asked me to act it out. I politely declined and left. This was on a first date. Edward. She caught me cheating and keyed my car. Did you cheat on a ducking werewolf? What your hair color says about you. Everybody gangster till he makes a what your skin color says about you video. The world began to crumble when feelings started overruling facts. So are you like a full-on right-winger now? Because you must know the kinds of people this phrasing aligns you with. I'm also vegetarian. You know, like Hodler. People who found online porn of someone they know. How did it change your interactions with them? Well, nothing changes for me. I would always wake up and say, hey mom. Reminder to go to the gym. No offense, but you would definitely be eaten first if a group of people were stranded without food. Your muscles would provide a lot of meat and the calories you require daily would cause the others to starve. Biodegradable cigarette filters with flower seeds. Help nature in 2 ways. By planting trees and killing yourself. Okay guys. Photoshop wizards. I need a few pictures of me on really tall men. Let's see it. My face. Wisconsin school district bans pride flags and pronouns. Well, my teachers always called me the ducker in the corner. Anyway, so I don't really care. What are the best yo mama jokes you got? Yo mama so ugly, her portraits hang themselves. Yo mama so ugly her blue jabs count as a null. Porn actresses' children, when they hit puberty and log in Pornhub for the first time. I know what I have to do, but I do not know if I have the strength to do it. Do it. This is Nelly. She's an astronaut. Please don't interrupt her spacewalk. Ducking fat stupid dog. Why do you let him eat sand? I don't like him. 5-star works great. My girlfriend and I were on the verge of breaking up because I would keep her awake at night with my constant mouse clicking. Not anymore. Consider this relationship saved. This mouse is so silent she will sometimes forget I've even home and invite her lover over. He's a pretty cool guy. A beautiful sight ruined. Bro thinky Logan Paul. I want to see a historically accurate movie of 300. But I don't know if I would want to sit through all the gay sex scenes. Yeah, it would be difficult to eat popcorn and drink soda with one hand. If Thanos landed on Earth, what would you want him to destroy? Mice hole, mosquitoes, everything. Yeah. Best battle royale maps: Fortnite, PUBG, COD Warzone, Afghanistan, American School. Wiping your bat front to back. Wiping your bat back to front. Anyone with an IQ above 10. I wait for it to dry, then I scratch with my fingernails. What should I watch, boys? Your weight. Ladies, if you duck one guy a day for $100, that's $365,000 you made in 1 year. Butches with degrees not making that. Be your own boss. Butches with degrees, no, that will only add to $36,500. LMAO, is this a joke? Hey, took a look at your profile and saw that you're not only a woman, but you're devilishly attractive and, in wed, a wooger if I may say. Perhaps we should take this tango to the private message box. I used to play the flute. If you know what I cream. Woo oh 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 baby. What the duck? Jesus, this is the most cringe thing I've ever read. The British colonized the ducking gaze. When you realize the lightning bolts on your grandpa's helmet didn't mean he's an electrician. I speak for all men when I say we've tried it before. Since we all grown now, all the guys tucked their nut behind their leg to make it look like. At least once. I've done this and then lingered myself in the ace and acted like it was my age. My therapist is useless. It's my girlfriend who's making me happy. Okay. How much is your girlfriend per? They aren't fainting from the heat. The queen is taking their life force and adding to her own life. How do you usually clean up after sex? Wipe my cook. Wipe my tears. Close laptop. Sleep. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, groupie what the duck they were doing between 1930 to 1945. Norway is opening a whale watching museum in the shape of a whale fin. A place to observe whales. In my country it's called McDonald's. Today my psych professor said, you'll never truly know someone well enough to marry until you've seen them struggle financially, grieve a lost one, or witness them while they're sick. And that just hit really deep. First date ideas. Freeze their assets. Kill one of their loved ones. Poison their ducking dinner. What is something you wanted for so long, but when you got it, it was like, it's just okay. Anal sex. Receiving, yeah. It was lucky popping. Feels good to pop though. Don't you ever take a shot so good you wish you could snack it back in just to shut it again. I caught my sister masturbating to dog pronoun. What do? Buy a dog. I was gonna say hide the dog. Different strokes for different folks. Bark. What do you genuinely not understand? How I get taller and more handsome every time my grandma sees me. She shrinks and her eyes get worse. There's a pigeon at the entrance to my flats. How can I help the little fella? Big bowl of pus. Should sort him right out. If ever you feel useless, just remember, King Khan died for a chick he can't even duck. In this particular movie, King Khan is 7.6 meters tall. A real silverback gorilla is about 1.6 meters tall, thus making Khan 4.75 meters larger than a real gorilla. Now, real gorilla pences are only about 3 centimeters long on average, and only like a centimeters in diameter, which means a gorilla the size of King Khan would have pens that's 14.25 centimeters long with a diameter of 4.75 centimeters. This means that the version of King Khan pictured here has a pens that's smaller than an average human pens, which is 15 centimeters long and a few centimeters in diameter. In conclusion, the King Khan pictured here could easily have sex with a human woman. We need a slur for toddlers. In Polish we have gauniaki, which roughly translates to shucklings. What's the worst thing you did cause you were very honey? Bit of a long story, but here we go. So, my home that I share with a wife and multiple crotch goblins only has one shower that frequently clogs up due to said wife's hair getting stuck in the drain. And it unfortunately falls to me to unclog this drain on a weekly basis. However, a few months ago, after the wife finished up her shower leaving the drain once again blocked, as I was pulling wads of hair out I noticed there was a brown substance mixed in with it. It wasn't until I came across a few pieces of cotton that I realized that my wife must have shat in the shower and smooshed it down the drain like a damn savage. Now initially, like any normal person I felt disgusted, but the more I thought about my wife shutting in the shower, the more aroused I became. Until it got to the point where I whipped it out and knuckle blasted some yogurt ropes in the shower. For the next month or so it became a regular habit for me whenever I found excrement in our drain, and probably would be ongoing to this day if I hadn't discovered that I had been mistaken, and that it was in fact my 18-year-old son who had been waffle stomping his ace fudge down the drain when I regrettably walked in on him in the act. He was very contrite and swore never to do it again, and I have started seeing a therapist. All's well and ends well. My pregnant mom has sex with another pregnant lesbian. me and the other kid in the womb. Bonjour. Guten Tag. Premature playdate. Tug of war with a two-sided dodo. Family awarded $1.7 billion by Ford after accident kills parents. Lost their parents and became billionaires. No way Ford turned them into Bruce Wayne. If my future son ever say he gay, I'ma have to sneak in his room and show him how catty feels to make sure he stay gay. A stray shot from someone yesterday almost hit my head while I was playing Apex. At most missed me by 3 inches and hit my left monitor. What the duck is life? Bro almost got third partied. I wish I could walk into a room and say he has risen, and everyone within 20 feet of me got an ejection. Would make Easter very awkward. Girls climaxing. That was great. Let's do it a few more times. Guys knowing they only get one shot. Do people really only get one out? I get multiple out and can keep going until my arm gets tired. Oh wait, this post is about actual sex. Never mind me then. I found out about night 11 from this goofy stoner in my gym class and I just thought he was doing a bit that wasn't landing. So I was just politely fake chucking while he was telling me that a bunch of planes crashed into the World Trade Center. His jokes were not the only thing that didn't land that day. Cocaine is legalized in Oregon. Coca-Cola. Back to formula. I'ma go get a pound of Coke with my name on it like those Coca-Cola bottles. If you take a perfectly normal sentence and add at the end, it becomes 1,000 times worse. Volunteering at the local preschool today. I killed a woman on the 23rd of September 2015 in Casablanca. The body is now 5 meters underground in the middle of a swamp in Finland. My resist got shot. He might die. Don't worry, I'll survive. Villagers are Jews. It's pretty self-evident once you think about it. They are merchants who love emeralds, their currency, and they have big noses. Golems are a part of Jewish tradition. It is said that the most powerful rabbis were able to summon golems. So the fact that villagers can summon them too also adds to the theory. It is also worth mentioning how the player is incentivized to build camps where villagers are kept in horrible conditions, and those who can't work are discarded. Does that imply that villagers are knees? Noise cancelling. So, not so funny story. Someone in the apartment unit above us got stabbed. According to the cop who interviewed us, the attacker rang the upstairs doorbell. And when the guy answered, the attacker forced his way in and stabbed the guy. You want to know what scary part is? I didn't hear a thing. Thanks to my amazing HyperX Cloud 2 headphones. I got them on Amazon for $99.99 free shipping. These things work as advertised. Probably the best noise cancelling headphones I've ever owned. 10 of 10 would buy again. We don't trade lives. Vision. In Infinity War, Vision suggests they destroy the Mind Stone / himself to stop Thanos' plan. Steve says they don't trade lives. Steve proceeds to sacrifice many Wakandan soldiers to buy some time for his robot friend. Moon Knight will be back next week to expose more MCU hypocrites. This is a reference to how Steve was born in the 40s and doesn't see Wakandans as live slashers. Edit. Lived in the 40s. My bad. I'm just sharing my tentacle hint with my FBI agent. We literally don't want you to. Bob has been in counseling for months. Phil killed himself after having to monitor you during your future phase. Charlie breaks down crying anytime someone says the word furry. You're the only one on the list we made for you. Wow. I showed this to my epileptic friend. He fell asleep in a few seconds. How to? Read it for yourself. Or have a literate friend help you. Alex SDR Surgery Fund. Do you feel like a failure that the amount you need to help your own son is less than a quarter than I spent on one of my 5 cars? I will help you. If you ask. It's nothing to me. Your comic books have failed. But I'm a success. Ask nicely and I'll save your son. Soldier seeking support for PTSD disgusted after he was casually offered euthanasia by Veterans Affairs employee. When I was going through a hard time after my enlistment, I went to the VA for a mental health referral, and I got an employment therapist. After 2 sessions of writing down my business goals and how to get better at time management, I decided that killing myself would let these people win. Kanye scores 106 points against wheelchair basketball team. A charity basketball game didn't go exactly as planned yesterday when Kanye West scored 106 points against a team of handicapped children in wheelchairs. Handy clapped. Men. What is holding you back from asking that girl out? Her boyfriend. Ima, take the care, you take the shovel. Japanese sword experts react to Ghost of Tsushima. Experts react. Mark Zuckerberg reacts to Detroit. Become human. The truth is under. The body lies at. Found it. Can I have a bite? Wendy shouldn't mock people's looks, especially when she herself looks like those Morlock creatures from the 2002 film The Time Machine. What attachments you running on you pens? I got a mid-range scope, extended magazine, laser sight, under barrel shotgun and a silencer. Edit. Turning off notifications for this course shut's getting annoying. Sawed off. I haven't been able to get the full video, but we just celebrated one of our steam locomotives turning 145 by chucking a chocolate cake into her firebox. We did the same thing for grandmas. Do you stay there, or are you a monster when the cat is sleeping on you, but you have to pet? I'm sorry, little one. Y'all are so weird. You keep saying pay on the cat. Age youths. The pay will be everywhere, and it will be stinky. Just plug it in the cat and pay. No more stinky pay, just pay in the cat. Onions. Yes, they're absolutely identical. Arguments for slavery a few centuries ago. Arguments for animal farming nowadays. Sleeves aren't as tasty as burgers. Nice restaurant. Very attentive staff, only deducted a star as there was a man murdered beside me towards the end of my meal. Netflix is developing 2 new installments of the Monster Anthology franchise after the success of Dahmer. Each installment will continue to tell the stories of other monstrous figures who have impacted society. No way they making a serial killer cinematic universe. Jake Paul confirms there is ongoing negotiations for a fight against Andrew Tate. This is like deciding if you'd rather be shut or you're gone. Christian pastor wrote book continuing Anne Frank's diary, where she finds Jesus in the concentration camp. It's not surprising she found him there. He was Jewish. It's 3 AM and my neighbor is having a meeting with watermelons. Which one of you should I duck next? One has to go. Country music, 61%. Recess, 39%. As a bulk man, I'm ashamed that more people didn't choose country music. Finally got the courage to ask her out, and she said yes. My first date ever. The Rock X Mr. Bean. I used to search making out on Discord gifs and masturbate to it. Am I weird? I used to jack off to slime vids because my mom bulk pan on our Wi-Fi, so I used to listen to the sounds and imagine it was Slex noises. Them, how old are you? Me, 33. Them, and you don't have kids. Wow, time to get on that. Me, I've had 7 miscarriages. Them, looking incredibly uncomfortable. Me, and I hope we've learned a lesson in asking inappropriate personal questions. Missed an opportunity for a once in a lifetime pickup line. Wanna try for 8? If you put 100 bulk ants and 100 red ants in a jar, nothing will happen. But if you shake the jar, ants will start killing each other. Just say in America. But what type of ant will win? Bulk, cause they're faster and stronger. The white ant. When you're stinky but poor, who's been a bad sea turtle? Palmer Luckey made a VR headset that kills the user if they die in the game. Imagine taking a life in VR and in real life. Man shares picture before and after liver transplant. Growing children for spare parts. Now there's an idea. What do you think of my haircut? Where the heck are your ears? What did you say? How many nuts have you snacked? 1. Been with my man for 22 years. I like to wake him up with one. You like to wake him up with one nut? Maybe also try 2. I can tell you've never had a good morning below. Cries in silence. It's always the little things that makes us laugh. Great companion for our real puppy. This stuffed dog exceeded my expectations. I purchased this yellow lab to be a sort of companion for my 8-month-old Samoyed/Golden Retrieve mix named Jameson. He has been neutered for months now, but he still has frequent male urges that he needs to take care of. I had looked into purchasing a doggy lover doll for my dog, but they are surprisingly expensive. So this life-size-ish stuffed dog seemed like a good backup plan to help my dog relieve himself as needed. If Jameson could talk, I think he would give this dog a 5 out of 5. When we opened her out of the box, we told Jameson that his mail order bride had arrived, and they quickly got to know each other very well. Later that night we had a short ceremony in our kitchen, and they were married. Jameson wasted no time consummating his. People who are against kids having free school lunches, why? I think the stronger children should simply eat the weaker children to save taxpayer dollars. I had a cat like this, Mr. Bubbles. Second time he bite me like that, I full sent the strongest slap I could muster. He flew across the room and proceeded to run away in the house and hide somewhere. 3 hours later he came back changed, most docile cat I ever saw. Lived 13 more years. Strange fellow. Why do we close our eyes when we pray, when we cry, when we kiss, when we dream? Because the most beautiful things in our life are not seen, but felt only by the heart. Unknown. So that's why I close my eyes when I peep. Logan, I love you, but if you had to remove one artist out of these 4 generational talents and remove all of their music, who would it be? Technically 2 have already been removed. What should be illegal to put ketchup on? My stepdaughter enjoys ketchup with Oreos. Did her dad never come back with the milk? What is your opinion on kissing after oral sex? A chef must taste his own dish. This is the greatest comment of all time. The face I give the homeless guy on the bus who caught me looking at furry femboy pun on my phone knowing nobody will believe him. Furry pun is gross. Look, I'm an animal lover, but I like real dogs. In your opinion, who has the most toxic fan base? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Hotler had a pretty toxic fan base. I was gonna say Beyonce, but I think you got me beat. God, husband, wife. When closer to God, tie husband and wife will be closer to each other. I don't know, man. Mary got pretty close to God without her husband. Joe Rogan admits schools don't have litter boxes for kids who identify as furries. Schools barely have lunch for kids who identify as hungry. What the duck are people doing? I drank my best friend's best milk. I, 19 male, was out on a hike with my friend 20 female, who has a 1-year-old that she best feeds. When my blood sugar became dangerously low, I knew I was gonna pass out, because I'm prone to it, and we had no food on us to stabilize my levels, because we didn't want to attract animals. Plus I haven't fainted in a while, so I wasn't worried about it. My friend essentially best fed me for like a minute to keep me from passing out, so we could hike back to the car. Bro, I'm passing out too. Don't worry, bro. Unzip pants. Time you enjoy wasting is not wasted. John Lennon. I hate my wife. John Lennon. Poor. The gun that killed John Lennon. Dr. Livesey walking 10 hours. When you kill the giant mouse that was scaring you at Disney World. There are soft spots on the top of a baby's head called fontanelles. So soft that blood flow can move them. If I punch a straw through it, does it become a Capri Sun? When I try to do something good. Found this guy walking around our backyard today. Did you throw it in the water? That's a tortoise, not a turtle. It can't swim. Master Uruguay on the way to Spirit Realm. News, on Tuesday, November 8th, the Earth, Sun, and Moon will align and create a blood moon eclipse. The last total lunar eclipse until 2025. Perfect day to kill myself. You think you can hurt me? When I was 8 I found a cool rock at the beach, named it, made it my best friend, took it everywhere with me. Then one time I took it in the bath with me and it started dissolving, and it turns out it was just hardened dog shit. Bath bomb. That's a lot of cropped ears. They wait patiently as it ripens. He looks like he is trying to shut out Mexico. What's the most awkward thing you can say during a "there's some"? Wow mom. No wonder dad married you. The longest elbow plank by a female. 4 hours and 20 minutes. Damn, I can barely manage a minute. This comment isn't about planks. R/roast me. I don't have a big enough kitchen to roast you. Teen baked her grandfather's ashes into sugar cookies and brought them to school. Police say, well, they do say grandparents make the best cookies. This isn't going to help you, but I'll be watching. Joke's on you. That's my thing. Great. It's my thing too. I thought you were more of a bondage type of guy. One time after I quit vegetarianism, after like 10 years I really missed the taste of bacon, so after work I picked up a 2-pound pack of fully salted bacon and cooked and ate the entire thing within 15 minutes and had to go to the hospital. I've been eating 1 to 2 pounds of bacon in one sitting since I was 10 years old, undercooked so it's chewy. I used to chew up half a slice, but not enough for it to break down, then swallow it, but not all the way, and pull it back out of my throat for fun. I can still remember the sensation. How to fillet every fish, method mastery, epicurious. Instructions unclear. I'm tied to the table and the fish has the knife. Boys, you mean sex toys that are rude and don't even vibrate? No thank you. Whatever, fleshlight that cries. What is a bedroom decoration that makes somebody unattractive? A blue 55-gallon barrel in the corner. The smell of every dumpster is consistently the same. You, my friend, have obviously never worked at a seafood restaurant or an abortion clinic. Ladies, what is an outfit that men wear that is unattractive? It brings me a bit of comfort knowing that none of my everyday attire was mentioned here. You need us too. Oh my god, it's the alphabet but with cats. The M is looking kinda anti-Semitic. Y'all didn't have your PP inspection day at school? No, went to public school, not Catholic school. I don't usually ship non-player characters, but these two are cute. They never see it coming. Rate the setup. A Cranian gamer right now. How to get cancelled in 1 step. Men, what makes a woman bad in bed? Being dead. I hate when that happens. Plus my freezer is too small. Cure for a disease is discovered. Pharmaceutical companies. Number 1. Let's start the bidding at $1 million. His hands look like an ace. Wow. What a great costume. Nice zombie costume. Where do prisoners joke off? My buddy was in jail for 2 weeks. He said everyone beat off in the shower. Said they referred to flip-flops as spam skis. Notice to cease and desist. We're being sued by an architect for building the earth in Minecraft. If I was rich enough, I would buy everything building this to you and give you permission to build it. Unfortunately, because of Cupid, my human trafficking business really fell off quick, and I'm not as baller as first promised. Alright Arizona. This is a new one for me. I've got a baby rattlesnake in my bathroom. What do I do? Pull your pants up, bro. Horses and donkeys are 2 full chromosomes apart and can make offspring. Humans and chimps are only chromosome apart. There have been no real efforts to create offspring with a chimp. Who's taking one for the team and ducking an ape for science? Humans anyone. That crosses the line. Gordon Ramsay causes outrage on TikTok as he rubs his hands with glee and utters yummy yummy while selecting a lamb to slate air. Oven time. Gordon Ramsay 1942. Just as the snoker does not know which cigarette gave him lung cancer, the masturbator does not know which masturbation pledged his soul to Beelzebub. Now I'm pretty sure it was the one with a special needs chick getting strapped over a log so the horse could shove her guts out her mouth. Name an anime character who can defeat Master Uruguay. Plastic straw. Men who pay sitting down. Why? Because I'm in a wheelchair. Puffed excuses. Just use the shop vac. This rip survivor and the man who rip her have teamed up to tell their story. Best thing I ever did. Didn't even go to jail. She was tight as duck too. Anyway. Sarah, you wanna read anything? $70,000 CEO Dan Price resigns after allegedly grabbing woman by throat. Is that a POV image? Our parents caught us having sex. What do I do? Cows are friends, not food. Name one cow you're friends with. Your mom. Oh shut my bad, I've been eating mothers for years now, I thought they were food too. What's something you can say during sex, but also while making a cup of tea? Man always knows how I like it. Little Timmy got lost in a minefield. Where is Little Timmy? Everywhere. I know that joke was a bit dark, but at least it got real bright for half a second. He will be missed. McDonald's will soon reopen its locations in Ukraine. Haven't the people of Ukraine suffered enough? Shame he's dead. Imagine if we had him on the Joe Rogan podcast. We tried our best to save him. If you could have one superpower, with no restrictions, what would you pick? Teleportation. Okay, so this isn't the one I would choose, but imagine being able to give an orb sum to anyone at will. You could ducking, destroy your enemies by giving them an inconvenient orb sum, or by giving them so many orb sums they are crippled by the sensation. I don't know, I feel like Camus. Mini skirts are so fun, like oops my ace is out. Imagine guys did this and were like he my balls are out. Groom plays sex tape of his bride in bed with brother-in-law on wedding day. Divorce speedrun, any percent win rate. 1 hour woman crying and sobbing sound. This is my gym music. Did you know that the villagers are actually representations of Jews? They are greedy and have long noses. That's so much hair that it may as well be a blowjob. The amount of wedding rings removed from Holocaust victims before they were ex-cutted. Some blue hedgehog got hit real bad over that box. What's the weirdest thing you saw as a kid? I was told Santa was not real. But one late Christmas Eve, I once saw Santa save my mother's life. She was on the bed with her legs in the air screaming "Oh God" over and over again. My father was not home, so thankfully Santa was early. He was on top of mother holding her down, so God couldn't take her. I also learned that night my Uncle Jeff is Santa, but I was told to keep that a secret. My girlfriend is forcing her religion on me. She does not accept that I'm not Christian. I'm tired of her trying to make me go to churches without my family knowing. And when we are just spending some time together, she starts to read the Bible to fix me. I believe in God, but just not in the same way she does. It's all the same, just snack it up and go. Let her snack you up and then go. When did you realize that Twitter was crazy? Oh shut. A girl committed suicide by jumping in front of a train after a video of her having sex with the football team leaked. Someone quote tweeted the article. Live by the train. Die by the train. In the wave pool at a water park, person sees dark object at the bottom. Picks it up to see what it was. Urge shut. So the guy throws it as hard as he can, with it breaking apart and splattering so many people. Edit. Thank you all very much. I wasn't the one who threw it, but it was one of the people in my group. Frag out. Incoming. 15-year-old sister wants to slash. Has converted to Islam. Hi all. Really struggling with the situation here. My 15-year-old sister has become obsessed with Islam and is determined to convert, or already has. My mom and I are extremely worried about her and think it's because of peer pressure. There's a boy she likes who is Muslim, and it does seem like he's pushing it on her. Take her out of school. Isolate her from her peers that are pushing this. Show her the horrors of radicalization until she understands what is happening. Type Bobs are and let your keyboard continue it. Bobs are chips. Bobs are in my pants. Besticles. When I entered junior high I got bullied by some of the oldest girls. One of them was the worst. She would call me Nazi things and so on every day. I told my then boyfriend's sister and she told me to tell her that at least my parents were not first degree cousins. Turns out her parents were cousins. Got married. Had her and her brother was born with a birth defect on the hand. One day I told her this. She turns around, begins to cry and says, "Family's off limits." And I said, "Hell no Butch. You started this. You snack it you owe." That was the last day anyone bowled me. I mean, family clearly wasn't off limits. Meek Girls gets 500 likes in 5 minutes. Let's see how much veteran can get. Maybe if the veteran was neeked. What's stopping you from killing yourself? Loving life. I survived the last few attempts. Just keep trying, it's gonna work eventually. OnlyFans girls and the tragic future of women. More than 100 years of fame meant some still lead to frosty to shine. Damn the progress we have made. The girl I like. My flirting skills. Your skills are for kids. Try on them. Sir. Hit me up with that classy. Edit. I deeply apologize. Wrong sub. Dancing in the moonlight, but you're raiding Bin Dadin's compound. This brings back some memories. So if the parents go back together then the child dies. Do girls who are virgins exist? Yeah. They are usually like 5 years old. What happens after 5? I find them. Daughter enjoys to torture bugs. Hello. I'm the father of a 16 years old daughter and I'm kinda worried about her behavior. Even though she is a nice girl in general, she seems to enjoy killing and torturing bugs. Even outside when they aren't nuisance. She casually steps on insects whenever she sees one. But the thing that made me post this was that yesterday I saw her burning a butterfly alive with a lighter in our backyard and she seemed to smile while doing it. I don't like this behavior from her. Even though they are bugs, it seems cruel and unnecessary to torture them just for fun. How should I approach this? Wear a butterfly costume and wake her up at 3 AM with a butcher knife, growling about revenge. I did that to my kids. They won't even look at bugs. Problem solved. What is the first thought you get after Orbsum? Who are these people? Where am I? Sleep. Ugh. Now I have to clean this up. I need to stop doing this frequently. Okay, well now what? Okay. Now let's continue the autopsy. Invented a chess opening called the Lover's Gambit where you toss the pieces aside and start kissing your opponent on the table. I think I know how humans can beat supercomputers at chess again. I don't have enough RAM for this. Stockfish gasped as my lips found the monitor. I'll do the ramming for both of us from now on, I replied. What's a place that's easy to enter but hard to exit? Mexico. Rate my grandma's setup. Damn, grandma's setup is on fire. Like how we cremated her. Girls, what is something guys does that are cute without them realizing it? Tax evasion. Now we are talking. You should only be in your mom's coochie once a lifetime. Any more and you deserve to be sent to the pits of hell. So you're saying people who were born via C-section have a chance? Cursed thread. Germans, Indians, and Filipinos. The moment any post even slightly mentions their country, I'm German and Indian. Heel Gandhi. You died and you were shown your endgame life stats. Which stat are you gonna be looking for first? Michael/death. How does one measure the circumference of a veg? Pie. Cream tie. Me in real life. Me. Lifting shirt. I trust these will cover it. Tattoo artist. What are you doing? Me. Paying you. Tattoo artist. I'm confused. Me. You know. Tit for tat. Artist. Sure, just lay down there and let me go sharpen the knife. I'm assuming it has trapped air. How can I help the little? Pop him. Not the best situation. To make a joke, not gonna lie. There's a time and place for everything, but this sure wasn't the time nor the place for that. Mars missions may be all female to avoid astronauts having sex during 1.5-year journey. I mean they can do scissoring and zero gravity and make a human swastika in midair. Almost every hand you have ever shaken has had a cook in it at some point. That's why I cut right to the chase and shake their cook. Crazy LA moment. My girl and I bumped into Amber Heard at lunch. Bro, that is so much wine, lol. You gotta drink that pain away somehow. Can she even afford it? LMAO. No, but I bet her daddy Ellen pays the bills and gives her money every week. I'm marrying a woman twice my size. People say I'm not man enough for her. Good hell. You lose a bet, buddy. First man to win an argument against a woman. But it was his lawyer who is a girl who won the argument. And Amber's lawyer is a man. So, get this. B is a bumblebee. Bumblebees are about 1 inch big. The average human is about 6 feet tall. 6 feet equals 72 inches. So bumblebees are 72 times smaller than a human. The casualty radius of a grenade can be up to 20 meters, or about 66 feet. 66 feet times 72 would be 4,752 feet, which is almost a mile. So in conclusion, a grenade to her would be like Hiroshima. 33 Raptor rocket engines, each producing 230 metric tons of force. Still not enough to lift your mama. I'm from Palestine and that's deep. I'm from Israel and my uncle gunned down your entire family. But Gordon Ramsay doesn't wear a chef's hat. So where's the rat? Joystick activated. In the UK, you can get a signed birthday card from the Queen on your 100th birthday. And when you turn 13 you get a text from Prince Andrew. I want to decompose naturally. I don't want to be cremated. I don't want to be buried in a coffin. I'd like to let my body decompose as naturally as possible in the open world, underground if necessary, but also wouldn't mind be left in forests that go unvisited by humans, so that I can provide nutrients, minerals, etc. for the rest of the planet's organisms. We had my uncle turn to bullets, just mixed his ashes with lead. We shoot a few rounds every anniversary. It was his idea. It was weird at first, but now it's awesome to shoot him. What is something that didn't bother you as a child which bothers you now as an adult? Receiving mail. What is most why the duck? Do you know that fact? If you need to hide a body, the best way to do it is to remove the hands and teeth to prevent identification. If they can't identify the body, they can't possibly ink the victim to you, since they don't know who they are, and dispose of them elsewhere. You can also pour yogurt into their nose to help speed up the decomposition process, further preventing identification. If you must bury the body, make sure to bury them vertically, as aerial searches will look for disturbed ground about 6 feet or so long. Also, bury a dead animal about a foot on top of the dead body, so when cadaver dogs will alert, they will find the dead animal and the searchers will assume it was a false positive, then move on. June is PTSD Awareness Month, but people seem the least aware of it in June. There's really only one way to make people truly aware of PTSD, and that's by giving it to them. I'm doing my part. I ran around the corner of my dimly lit bedroom on all fours at my ex-girlfriend this morning. Men with vasectomy. How did it affect your sex life? I'm thinking about getting it in the near future. It led to her ditching birth control, which led to her having an increased sex drive. So yeah, a urge plus. Like the flag of Switzerland. My bed looks like the Japanese flag when I'm done. Damn, I want to hear the full version of this song. The song is Bloody Stream. Just like my pee. Choose the wrong dialogue option and your HP decreases. When you walk past your mom who is in a bad mood and accidentally tigers a 2 hours long unskippable cutscene. Do it with your drunk and add to Tiger a quick time event. Cut it out, she ordered, aiming the gun at hospital staff. When she heard the baby's sweet cry, she smiled victoriously, pressed the gun to her own temple, and told her depression, "You didn't get both of us." The hospital staff shrugged at the scene, handed the baby the massive bill, then sent it off to debtor's prison. Murica. Me after getting called a pay-for-file for the 44th time for playing Genshin Impact. Just do not be on Twitter. Me after being called a Genshin Impact fan after my 11th case. I'll start. The queen is pinned and can't move. Things you can say during chess and in bed. Wow, that bishop really ducked me. You what? If you had a gun pointed at your head, what would be your last words? No words, I'd just start deep throwing the gun. Show him what he could have if he doesn't shoot. Smart. This guy gets it. Opens mouth wide open. Shootin' me daddy. How to delete someone else's comment. Can I make a scissors joke for the sake of comedic effect? Go ahead. She is getting ready for another washing cycle. I like how you asked for consent. Missing boy found after surviving 2 days alone in cold Montana wilderness. Lil man has seen the throne of God, and it was empty. Actually big nut isn't a form of measurement for energy. Actually, the average pens weighs about 160 grams. So let's say a big nut weighs 220 grams. Meat has about 280 kilocalories per 100 grams, depending on what type of meat it is. So we can assume that the cooked meat has about 250 kilocalories per 100 grams. That would make it so that the whole nut contains about 550 kilocalories, which in joules is about 2301 kilojoules, which is 2.3 million joules. That means that you could, under the perfect circumstances, get a car weighing 1 ton up to about the speed of 67.8 meters per second, approximately 245 km per hour or 152 miles per hour. So big nut energy is indeed a measurement, and the energy of just one big nut can get a car going pretty fast. How big of an age gap is to begin a relationship? I'm 32, my girlfriend is 22, we've been together 10 years. How do I delete a tweet? Ask me anything request. Someone who has had sex with a celebrity after they became a celebrity and without knowing them previously. I'm curious as to how such a situation arises. Finding someone on Reddit who slept with a celebrity is like trying to find someone in Congress who can dunk a basketball. Finding people on Reddit who have had sex with someone other than their sister is hard enough. People who owned a hamster. How did it die? Not my hamster, but a friend was handling it and it bit his dinger. He panicked and accidentally flung it into the fireplace. Dinner is served. Probably my praise stink. When someone praises me, not even sincerely, I get hard. And my girlfriend can just control me so easily. Who's grandma's sweetest boy? Oh my. Protesters laying in streets. Damn, they installed a lot of new speed bumps on that road. Worst bring your kid to work day ever. I guess those ads about those pills making your nut 10 times larger really work. Not for you, my dude. 10 times 0 is still 0. Just woke up from a weird Ace stream where I was a wizard. Ran into vampire Anne Hathaway, who was missing her 2 front vampire teeth, so no longer dangerous, in an abandoned building, who then started striping, and then we had sex, while she kept asking me to kiss her with her lips. LMAO. Did she Hathaway? Here it is. This is why I internet. Just recently I thought I'd end up a wizard. I guess not. Unfortunately. Gentleman. It is with great pleasure to inform you that I finally lost my beer gene city at age 27. Is it hard to sit down? Toast stealer. Ruiner of breakfast. Remember me. Rip victims come face to face with their rapist. Texas ducks are more important than kids. In order to protect the duck population in Texas, shotguns cannot hold more than 3 shells. Imagine if our Republican colleagues could muster the same courage to protect America's children. Now hold on there. Texas protects ducks so that there will be plenty of ducks every year to shoot. That's the same reason Texas has anti-abortion laws. Dude. Holy shit. Imagine being the first black person Captain America saw when he got unfrozen. Imagine Cap wanting to wash his hands and there is only one faucet. Me seeing my dad in the reflection after the pan video fades to black. Why would he go to buy milk if he can milk you instead? Pan is bad. It's an evil addictive business and gives unrealistic sensual standards. Please don't watch it, guys and girls. That's why I only use YouTube Kids. Cursed hamster. Never in my life heard a story about a hamster dying peacefully. It's always some crazy shit. My sister ate mine. Mine got tumors that were bigger than them, so they outgrew themselves. I love it when dudes beat each other so hard that cram sweats out of their veins. If this gets included in cursed comments, include me in the screenshot. I made a smoked salmon cheesecake out of Philly smoked salmon cream cheese. Just gonna raw dog the whole fridge with that open fish dessert, huh? Who is the last person you saw leak? Myself in the mirror this morning getting ready for work. Also you getting ready for work when you were in front of the window. Anyway. Alright gang. Let's split up. Scooby, you continue to be a talking dog, and Shaggy, you go to the kitchen and make an improbably tall sandwich. Daphne, you and I will go check the bedroom for a few hours. Velma, you glasses wearing dumb hole, you actually figure this shut out. I swear to God one day we will leave you behind. Police officer, you do nothing but show up at the end to pretend like you did. Why would they leave Velma behind? She's their free right to fame. The reasoning is irrelevant. The amount of pills Fred has popped that evening is what decides their fates. Computers are tools. Get what works for you. Use it, enjoy it, and upgrade when it no longer meets your needs. Like a wife. Mike the Headless Chicken. This is Mike, the Headless Chicken. He lived for 18 months after the majority of his head was removed. He was originally injured when being prepared for the cooking pot, but the axe missed, leaving the jugular vein, one ear and most of the brainstem intact. Surprisingly, Mike didn't die. The family decided to care for him out of curiosity and fed him using an eyedropper. I think my family keeps me around for curiosity as well. My German plumber accidentally hooked up a gas pipe to my shower. Old habits die hard. He wasn't concentrating. I didn't ease that coming. Be the reason someone closes this app today. You really spoiling me today with Reddit awards. What's the special occasion? You're the special occasion. How romantic. You're my favorite award girl. How far can you sweat? I made a game in one line of code. Wait, you mean people usually write code on more than one line? Depends. If it's a simple game, one line is more than enough. But for more serious projects you might want more cook Wayne than that. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. What's a celebrity that everyone finds attractive except you? Any of the Kardashians. Can't understand that people admire them. They're just a bunch of dumb looking Barbie dolls. How dare you insult Barbie like that? A Barbie doll has less plastic than a Kardashian. Also more brain cells. Yeah, because unlike the Kardashians, I like ducking Barbie dolls. Maggots when you lift up the dead rotting corpse. Had a coworker die cause of energy drinks. The Red Bull really gave him wings, huh? I got super important Minecraft player. You mean super intense Minecraft player? You mean super into mashed potatoes? You mean super intimate Mario Pan? What the duck? I just burned 1200 calories. I left the pizza in the oven too long. Looks like failing to pull out runs in the family. Ask me whatever you want. A girl once asked me if I was a best or legs guy. I told her I was more into nail and feet. Now I'm banned from KFC. My mom used to pretend to call Batman and Superman and tell them I wasn't eating my food and put the phone in my ear to my dad doing an impression, and I got scared whenever he did the Batman voice. My dad did the same thing too, but he was the Robert Pattinson Batman, so he hit me instead. Nobody is born cool, except of course people who put their IP address in the comments. 127.0.0.1. I recorded your IP now. You have made a great mistake, dear friend. I'm sending my agents to your home right now. Prepare for extreme bets legs. How many likes for free pizza? Domino's Twitter person. How many likes until you pay your workers a living wage? Really gotta teach my parents how to use emojis. Your Uncle Mark died. Grandma. Having for dinner. If parallel universes exist, do you think you're the best version of yourself? God, I hope not. I duck and snack. I was literally going to type the same thing. I totally agree. You duck and snack. Agreed. This guy totally snacks. Hell. I'm a better him in most universes than he is. 100% duck that guy. You are a computer, look at all your wires. That's bad cable management. Pull them out and fix them. Pull them out. Pull them out. Pull them out. Imagine dying and seeing some dude play games with your corpse. Who gives a shit? I'm dead. Life-changing advice. What's the most useless piece of advice you can give me? You can eat water by freezing it first. You can smell water by boiling it first. You can break water by punching a pregnant lady. My husband is divorcing me because I cheated. Can I get half of what he owns without getting also the kids? I want to have fun with the money and I think the kids would take too much of my time. You know that little bit of water that comes out of the ketchup bottle and ruins your meal. She is the human version of that. I live in Utah. This pops up and makes you click yes every 24 hours. It was years before I realized it was a Utah only thing because I never read it. The state is so obsessed with porn that the Great Salt Lake is dying. You watched porn for 24 hours? It's just lo-fi porn to study and relax too. That girl and her cat do some freaky shit. Here, have a cookie good sir. Here's a glass of milk to wash it down. Wait a minute. This isn't milk. A 16-year-old Mexican teenager was murdered. His friends brought his coffin to the place where he always played football and made him score one last goal. I was scared for a moment when I saw the thumbnail that they were going to pull his body out of the coffin and puppet his body into scoring a goal. Weekend at Ronaldo's. Who are they? Wrong answer only. The heads of the knees party. Why is the guy hot? I'm not gay. It's okay. You can think other men are hot without being gay. I want him to choke me. Super strength. I'd just go to every gym and one up their strongest dudes. Okay, then you dang him. It's the only way to get my gym badge. It's a biological response. It's how species maintain their well-being. Natural selection and whatnot. In nature, when an animal is born weak or too different, they kill it because it's bad for the species. I think Hitler had the same idea. My girlfriend is amazing. She puts up with me. She's supportive. I love her so much. My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? A guy once asked me if he could make love to me. It was hot. I felt desired, and making love just implies a more meaningful experience than ducking. I felt like he cared and wasn't just looking for any hole. I said yes, and that was how my first night in state prison went. Anyways. Be black. Call the Seaside Hotline. They send the police to your home. Get shot. Should have called the Seaside Prevention Hotline. Alright. Wish me luck, lads. Remember to yell I choose you before eating it directly at their face. You gotta beat them half to death first. Both are unique and covered in oil. Who's winning in a twerk off? Easily Martin Luther King. He got a dream to make that ace go wild. Can we settle this once and for all? What is this thing called? Emergency condo. Makes it easier to file and organize your samples, I guess. Well, $5 shipping is a little steep. So is the cliff we are gonna push you off one day. You're in a zombie apocalypse and the only weapon you have is the last thing you held in your hand. What is it? My nut. Yeah, nut. My mom's nut. No one. Fred. Let's split up, gang. Daphne and I will search the bedroom. When there is Velma. Ma, dude got no taste. Why Velma or Daphne when Scooby exists? If you were an Utcher during Itch's massacre and he opened your door, what would your last words to him be? Is this because I danked your mom? Not cool, bro. Just do 2 things for men. How to please a woman. Love her. Die for her. Take her to dinner. Miss the game for her. Buy her jewelry. Be interested in what she has to say. How to please a man. Show up neat. Bring beer. My dad appreciated the beer, but told me to put my trousers back on. Why wear armor when you don't plan on getting hit? Same reason I don't wear a seatbelt when I don't plan to crash. Why are the insides of black people's hands and feet white? We pick too much cotton. Now do the American roulette. Same thing but with a semi-auto. You spin the gun like a bottle and then head to the nearest school it points to. Well, it got darker than expected. Be careful. The cops are gonna start shooting at that joke. I don't even have to ask. I already know she's pregnant. Ellen never pulls out, except for business deals. Name something you shouldn't do, Neek. Teach preschool. You can't do that anymore. CNN exclusive. Body cam video shows Chicago police shooting of unarmed black 13-year-old. Should run to an elementary school. r/curse comments. Damn. Is purple like a dinosaur or something? Yeah. She's pregnant with Barney's successor. I love you. You love me. I've been owning your wife secretly. The year is 2052 and there is now an app for your life statistics. My eyes widened at the 3 notifications. Final dinner with wife. Mary. 1832. Final dinner with daughter. Emma. 1832. Final dinner with son. Alfie. 1832. As I stood with a bloodied knife in my hand, I marveled at how advanced technology is. Duck, why didn't I think of that? Never thought of it when I bought it. Now that it's attached, mistakes are made. Make sure your electrician doesn't hook it up to the gas by mistake. I do 30 miles per hour in a 40 so that nobody gets caught speeding. People often thank me with their horns. If you drive at 40 miles per hour there's a 90% chance a child you hit will die. But if you drive at 30 miles per hour there's a 90% chance a child you hit will live. If you drive at 88 miles per hour you can go back in time and have sex with your mom. Our relationship with ants is weird. Ants are like, hey, I only want these crumbs. Okay, and we're all, no, you mother ducking will not. This person has never accidentally eaten from a bag of chips that the ants got into. You feel a lot different when you find yourself frantically washing hundreds of them out your mouth then googling I accidentally ate ants. Turns out it's pretty much harmless. Unless they're fire ants and they sting your mouth. Hotler and Goebbels laughing 1943. Ladies, find yourself a man that'll look at you the same way that Goebbels look at Hotler. Would you allow the Jedi to take your Force-sensitive child? As a father of 4 young kids who I love dearly, they can take the non-Force-sensitive ones as well. Shiny Gardevoir is my favorite Pokemon of all time. It's so elegant. And the blue really does wonders for it. Not to mention the Mega with that beautiful black dress. Just say you wanna duck the woman. Nobody gonna shame you. I love having my time wasted. Then you'll love dogs. You get really close to them and then they just die. That's a shark. Tiger shark. Must have been one brave tiger to do the deed with a shark. at Minions. Is it really true you used to work for Hodler? No silly, we only work for villains. Went on 3 dates and I tried to end it, and she grabbed a knife and a bottle of pills and said we are gonna have some fun. Then she put the knife up to her neck and said watch as it goes through the skin. What was the bottle of pills for? Then, maybe after she slit her own throat she was going to put the pills in there like a Pez dispenser. Where is the worst place to lose your beer? Gene City. Prison. Not sure if the shield is absorbing or spreading gayness. It's absorbing, of course. He wants it all for himself. Greedy butch. When your cook is soft it is invincible. You can fold that ducker in half, twist it, squeeze it flat as a napkin, and it'll spring right back. Nothing on earth is so resilient. They should make space shuttles out of flaccid pens. Explain like I'm 5. Why does 1000 day aged Gouda have a use by date of 30 days? Explain like I'm 5. Cheese are like people. It can live a long time, but as soon as you remove the skin it starts to go bad. I did it. I snacked my own pens. Achievement unlocked. Sweet home. Will BTS's fan. College student. Hey, why do the Greek statues always have nutlets? History teacher. Professor is making that face because he knows it was a measure of how smart someone is. And he's very smart. Why are so many Slex toys purple? Is there some sort of science behind purple and honeyness? Someone commission me to investigate this. Slex toys are purple because the manufacturers want people to associate them with me. Tinky Winky, a living manifestation of pure rust. What is the one thing you did while honey that you immediately regretted afterwards? Bought a subscription to a pawn game and it wiped out my bank account. Your bank account won't last 30 seconds playing this game. In Xiamen, across the strait from Taiwan. CCP. How do we win the hearts and minds of the people? Tanks on the beach. Tanks on the beach. Winning the hearts and minds of the people is just an old CCP euphemism for organ harvesting. Many don't know the sins of dolphins. Do elaborate. Groups of young male dolphins will gang rape female dolphins. They will also use dead fish as fleshlights. What's a stink your partner / ex has that you went along with because you love them? Stuffing objects like bouncing balls, glass beads, fruits and vegetables in my ex's holes. She was really into it. Did you yank those beads out like you were starting a lawnmower? Like a Beyblade. Let it rip and tear until it is done. Roll 34. Overwatch. I mean, I'm not a Hint fan, but the R34 shut for Overwatch it's fine as duck. Some of that shut is pixel level quality. It's actually kinda crazy. I came across a compilation a few days ago, and I didn't even check it. I just admired the quality. Cat with a bicolor face is the father of two kittens who shared their colors. Beautiful cats. But why does the black kitten look traumatized? Racial injustice. The most American pig. They are putting McDonald's in schools now? This isn't a school. That's obvious because police are there. Did chemo make those urge jugs? Last chemo. The nightmare is soon over. I'm legit so tired. I hate what I look like right now. Nutting on her shiny bald head. What a nice smelter. I wonder what other Minecraft creations are on their profile. This is my own design for a super smelter. It can do 64 items in under about a minute. Who stuffs slime in their race hole just to dart it out? SpongeBob SquarePants. Best is too formal, T's is too aggressive, and Bab is too immature. What the hell do we call them? Calcium cannons. A group of pandas is called a disappointment. Thanks. A group of crows is called a murder. A group of teenagers and pay for files is called r/teenagers. Ladies of Reddit, what would you do if you had a pens for 20 minutes? Collect my semen. Use it to get myself pregnant and see what happens. Sweet home Allah. Wait a minute. You're stuck in a room with every person you've ever had sex with. What's your first move? It's only my wife and I there. We might as well have sex. Wholesome. Wholesome. Fill some holes. What attachments you running on yo pens? I got a mid-range scope, extended magazine, laser sight, under-barrel shotgun and a silencer. Edit. Turning off notifications for this course shut's getting annoying. Sawed off. Why exactly is big pens seen as a good thing? Everyone thinks that big pens is a genetic lottery win. But why? Why is big pens seen as better than an average pens? What can big pens do that an average pens cannot? If you're in trouble and well endowed, you can helicopter away. I send needs to my family group chat. Last night my girlfriends asked me to send YKW. And because I was tired and couldn't think straight, I accidentally sent it to my family group chat. What should I do now? Send a follow-up text and be like, so who's next? Me waiting for my wife to stop complaining about how irresponsible I am so I can tell her that I forgot our infant daughter inside the car for the past 2 hours while it's 110°F outside. Barbecue. The last 2 northern white rhinos. They should 1 versus 1. In Japan, a sink is built above the toilet tank for hand washing. The water drains into the toilet tank to be used for the next flush and saves millions of gallons of water each year. It's all fun and games until Chad, drunk off his 12th sick bomb, Waffle stomps an upper decker because he's so hilarious. There was a black girl I dated for a while that demanded I call her the M word repeatedly and duck her like I own her. I never got comfortable with it. Lincoln died for this. If you could have sex with any fictional character, who would you pick? Mystique. Because as long as she was okay with using her powers for fun, it would never get boring. I'm going to cram Mystique. Turn into Donald Trump body just to mess with you. Why is it so hard to find a girl to be rough with me? Like for Eli wouldn't mind if Shorty scratched or bit me. Whenever we're in the mood, Crowley would let her hit me too. I don't know, I'm high. You're looking for a cat, not a girl. Fun fact. You know that when bleach touches your skin and it feels slimy, that's the bleach reacting to the fat from your skin, creating soap out of the top layer of your skin. The average size human can make 7 bars of soap. Happy Friday. I roll to be a good person. Or crap a one. Guess I'm ducking those children's corpses after all. In my hometown there was a guy who shut his pants in a Wendy's bathroom and left a horrible mess. He left his shut-soaked pants, underwear, work boots, and left shut sprayed all over the toilet. The pants were work pants issued by his employer with his full name on them. He had to delete his Facebook because it went viral in our town. Everyone was talking about it. He tried to make a Facebook post saying he let someone else borrow his pants first to LMAO and then just deleted the whole account. What is your gender? Business. Alright, what's in your pants then? Money. Gender is what's in your pants. Then I guess my gender is shut. Replace a word in a Harry Potter quote with nut. What do you get? Did you put your nut into the goblet of fire, Harry? Dumbledore asked calmly, whilst clicking his lips. Why are you growing your hair out? You'll look like a girl. Me. Listen. If I look like a girl, then I can attract a guy and successfully be gay. So they died? Yes. I hope they find peace. They are dead. They aren't finding anything. Care to share one of these offensive jokes? You know your date is too young when you have to make an airplane noise just to get your nut in her mouth. That's just dark. Don't be recess. Recess is a cram. And cram is for black people. Now that's offensive. For which I apologize. I saw a guy sitting at a bus stop. He was trying to eat a cup of noodles, but kept committing into cup and continuing to try to eat it anyway. Infinite noodles. Grocery stores hate this one trick. How serial killers who never got caught watch documentaries about their crimes. Relatable. Wait, what? Court document from Jared Fogel's defense attorney. Society when two girls cuddle. Society when a guy commits armed robbery. 29 murders. Multiple war crimes in Pakistan. 4 counts of vehicular manslaughter. Several hate crimes involving Nokia phones. And 2ism. When a girl hits him and everyone ignores him. But when the police find 12 children tied up in my basement, I'm labeled a monster. How many police officers does it take to change a light bulb? None. They'll just beat the room for being black. I once got arrested for killing a black man. They charged me with impersonating a police officer. Identical twin brothers Neil and Adam Pearson have neurofibromatosis. The disease affects them differently. Which one's Adam? The one with glasses. They're not even prescription glasses. He just wears them so that you can tell them apart. Okay, let's see you walk a straight line. RO. Pretty unrealistic. That knight is white. Goku, what happened to you? You used to want to test how strong people are, but now you want to see what caliber people can take? New study predicts megafloods could hit California within 40 years. Well, that's one way to end a drought and the homeless problem. This some advanced humor. Roses are red. Roses are red. I'm Groot. Officer, I'm innocent, please don't shoot. Good lord. There's enough disease on that thing to infect an entire city. Enough seed to impregnate an entire city, including the men and the women. I'm 15 and I haven't had my period yet. Am I okay? Some of my friends who are around my age have already got theirs a few months and sometimes years ago, but I've never had mine yet. I don't know what is wrong. I don't drink, smoke or do drugs. I'm a healthy 15-year-old male. Help me read it. What's wrong with me? I started having them at 12. My mom said it wasn't healthy for blood to come out my pants, but I think I'm fine. My poor dad was so proud of the watermelon he grew. Turns out it was a big ace cucumber. He was holding it like a baby. Hash proud dad. And he cut it up like one, haha. Okay, let's do this. Choose a superpower, but the first person to reply chooses the side effect. All of the superpowers. You have severe dementia, but also invincible. Yes, but the dementia causes that you uncontrollably kill thousands of people. Oh no. So it reduces the amount. My boyfriend's fridge sent help. I'd drink it, even if it was milk. Wait a second. I'll wait a second. When our boyfriends are brothers and we complete opposites, if the Twin Towers foundation was as strong as those pads, they'd still be standing. Has surgery gone too far? Man spent over $30,000 to look like David Beckham. British soccer star David Beckham and Jack Johnson, a 19-year-old from the UK who spent over $25,000 to look like Beckham. When's he going to have the surgery? Mom jokes that are actually correct. Thanks. I hate this joke. My husband and son getting competitive while playing games. Husband said, I ducked your mom. To which the son replied, I have been deeper inside her than you'll ever be. Father, son. But you're adopted, son. I know. Post something to summon the bots, and then edit the original comment to make it funny. Who did you lose your dear Gene City to? There was one time my brother transformed himself into a snake. Picture with a deep message. Picture with a deep message. Love your parents before it's too late. The only thing deep about this is the grave. A doctor once told me after an operation that cuts will heal quicker. Your body doesn't need to find the fat needed for everyday life. Shutty life pro tip. Cut yourself to burn extra fat. Weight loss by 1000 cuts. Dietitians hate this one simple trick. So that's why my middle school girlfriend was so skinny. What's the best drink? Juice 14%. Water 76%. Milk 5%. Cram is a close second though. Cram is 98% water. That's why when I wake up at 2 AM thirsty as hell I just smack myself off. If you thought a 2 AM glass of water is god tier, try a 2 AM Cook. Nice. And loaded meat stick. I'd rather have it and not use it than need it and not have it. Pocket catty. No. Don't say it like that. LMAOOO. Eating plastic so turtles don't have to. Suggestion. Eating turtles so that they don't have to eat plastic. He looks like he's suppressing the urge to blink horizontally. Amber Heard takes the stand in Depp libel case. Can we stop posting Amber Heard hate comments? My Dina's tired from liking them all. My heart sank as the pregnancy test showed positive. I can't let my husband get his hands on another one. Does he have a weird fetish collecting pregnancy tests or something? Nah, he likes to slurp my fetus out of me like Gogurt. r/curse comments. Sweet mother of God. Which sport would be better if everyone who participated was neek? Wrestling, chess, fencing. What's something you can say to both your rotisserie chicken and to your significant other? I prefer you without skin. Super speed, bound to a wheelchair. Hero name would be Hot Wheels. It's decent but I pulled the only 3 stars I didn't want. Furries. LMAO. Isn't the whole game furries? No, not really. Only a few characters. Ha. Go figure. I swear the promo screens I looked at only featured those types of characters. Personalized ads. What was your moment that made you feel like Spider-Man? The first time I sweated sticky liquid out of my body. r/curse comments. I wish my mom was a dentist. Shut is expensive. And dad is an ophthalmologist. No one wants uncle gynecologist. Don't break people's hearts. They only have one. Yeah, break their bones. They have 206. Chopping both makes people cry. My nut is bleeding. What the duck should I do? I fell on a sharp rock while outside, and I was able to make it back home. I'm currently holding a paper towel on my nut and have no idea what to do. Edit. The cut stopped bleeding. Let a vampire snack it. This was Giuseppe Di Mattia. He was 15 when he was strangled and then dissolved in acid by the mafia after being held captive for 3 years. His only fault was to be the son of a lawyer. But yes, it's just an aesthetic and something to laugh about for you. I cooked a child. In 2001, Lisa Sparks broke the world record for the highest number of men slept with in one day, sleeping with a total of 919 men in 24 hours. After a while it must have been like churning butter with a matchstick. Edit. First gold ever. Is it really worth it? It costs 400,000 Vaporeons to fire this weapon. For 12 seconds. I imagine eating zombie catty is like eating really good ribs. That shut just falls off the bone. You monsters. Everyone believing that the power went out due to the blackouts. Me with my cook in the socket. Fun fact. On 1000 Ways to Die they told the story of a man who electrocuted himself by hooking a cow heart up to a car battery and ducking it. The ratio of beautiful women to good looking men is a disgrace. The tables turn dramatically after 35. I don't make the rules. Condos should always be bought new. Who's using the used ones? I like them used. It gives flavor to my thing. Extra lube. Guys are like peanut butter jars. They break when you drop them from a plane. Guys are like peanut butter jars. I'd like to put my... Never mind.